And we're back with our guests, and we're learning all about Taino history, Taino culture, Taino food, Taino music. We're delighted to have you on the program. I cut you off before we took a break.
Yes, you did.
I'm sorry. Tell me about, what this study that is being done about the DNA test, the blood.
I'm sorry, keep stepping on me. Well, basically, they took 800 samples from throughout Puerto Rico, and these were all based on census records, in different municipalities. And to everyone's surprise, even to the geneticists that did the study, 61% of all Puerto Ricans have mitochondrial DNA in them. Now, mitochondrial DNA is the DNA that's passed down from the mother to her children, but only the woman could pass this down, basically meaning that the mother of the Puerto Rican people was an indigenous woman. Okay? Now they've actually taken this study to the Dominican Republic as well. They just concluded a major study there in June with about 500-something samples, and already the results are coming out. And of course, a lot of historians who had always claimed that the Taino people were completely wiped out are now at odds with this new study. And of course, the way I see it is that history could be manipulated by the conquerors, by the historians who are writing these things. But genetics is something that you can't really argue with because it's a complete science, basically.
And the historians who argue with this, what are they saying?
Well, what I get from them basically is that, for people who have built their careers talking about this extinct population and how we have nothing to do with these Taínos, because basically for us in the Caribbean, the Taínos are our precursors but not our ancestors, basically. This is what they say. But now to have a study that says, no, you were probably wrong. So just like a prosecutor who prosecutes someone only to find out later on that DNA will exonerate you, they don't run to the jail with the keys to let you out. They stick with their story, and that's basically what they're doing.
So if you're finding in Puerto Rico, and now you say probably in the Dominican Republic, that so many people have Taino blood in them, obviously means that it's happening in New York as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so many Dominicans and Puerto Ricans that are here.
Absolutely, yeah.
Is the community, the Dominican and Puerto Rican community in New York aware of this, involved in this, enthused about this? What is the pulse of that community? What are they telling you?
Well, I got to say that from doing these type of things, you having us on the show, thank you very much. These are the type of things about education. And when we educate the people and we're able to do these presentations, it makes people aware, You have people say, oh, this is a great one. People always say, my grandmother is Taino. Well, I say, if your grandmother's Taino, what are you? You're part of your grandmother's makeup, right? So, it's just a matter of education. We have a saying in Spanish,
"Y tu abuela dónde está," right?
Right.
So it's a matter of just education and a lot of people turn around. I mean, everybody that I meet that you bring this awareness, it's really great,
So what are those other things that you have in front of you there?
Okay, over here we have also, this is a maraca, more of a ceremonial style maraca with the feathers on it. And this here is a sami. This is like one of the deities. This sami here is the sami of the Cohoba. The Cohoba was one of the people did in ceremony, the chiefs and the Bejique, in order to get in touch with their ancestors. And these pieces are made replicas. They're from original pieces. These are replicas from a family in Quisqueya, in Santo Domingo, over in a place called Yamasa. Their name is Manos Guillén. And I'm able to provide this and bring it up here to the north and sell it in museums in various places too. And this is another piece of the education.
So that is a replica of the kind of art that the Taínos produced.
Correct. Yeah. And this is these are replicas that these family of brothers, Manos Guillén, they were able to actually touch and feel, photograph real original pieces from the museum, Museo del Hombre and other museums in Quisqueya and Santo Domingo. That's where they're from, and they were able to replicate them.
Is being a Taino being part of a religion?
It's a way of life. It's who you are, how you treat another person, how you treat your relatives, how you treat your brother and sisters, your neighbor. It's a way of life. It's a spiritual lifestyle.
And how is that way of life different from what we are all used to know, to knowing?
I think the key thing is that tribal concept that we're all related, and that we're all connected, and that we all must respect one another, even if it's giving some food, when you're hungry, or when you're down and out, to really reach out. That said, like the way say, esa persona es buena gente, these are good people. I believe that that's the center of Taino spirituality. You know.
But are you involved in an organization that, are you some sort of pastor to Taínos?
Well, not in that sense. More of a servant, you know, more of a servant to the people, trying to unite people who have this common legacy, this common spirituality that we could all share.
So tell me about a little bit more about all of you, about your organizations. What is it that you do, and how can people join you?
Well, briefly, my group, the Taino Prayer Lodge Society, is very grassroots. We're just beginning now, and my effort is to have a space in which we could all share who we are, what we are, and our different talents and gifts, spiritual talents and gifts. No scriptures, no formal anything, but okay, give me what you have, and in the sharing is the fellowship, but no titles, no hierarchy or anything like that.